Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of This Week at Notarize, where this week we're talking about feedback. So we're a feedback heavy culture here at Notarize, and we embrace it because it's an opportunity for us to hear what's going well and what we can do to offer a stronger product or a better customer experience. Now, in our second ever episode of This Week at Notarize, we talked about our App Store reviews and our commitment to a world-class customer experience. But today we want to talk about how we collect and react feedback from notaries. Obviously, notarizations are at the core of everything we do. And so we're constantly learning and listening from notaries about the tools and resources they need to feel comfortable and confident on our platform. It's something that we really view as a really important partnership. So joining me today is our regional head of notary operations, Nicole Clark. Hey, Nicole.
Hi, Andrew.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great today. How about you?
Can't complain. So Nicole, why is feedback so important to us here at Notarize and specifically your team? What does it help us achieve?
Great question, Andrew, because as you mentioned, notarizations are the core of everything we do. And it's no secret that notaries are the heartbeat of our business, and their experience is super important to us. We strive to provide a platform that they can depend on and are excited to use. We in operations are constantly brainstorming creative ideas to collect feedback in a way that captivates the notary audience. And keeping those open lines of communication help us to understand what's most important to them in a RON provider, meaning anything from product enhancements or product training to build their confidence, or even ways that we can support them in the product. So actively engaging in feedback sessions helps us to make key decisions that will allow us to provide a RON platform that they can feel that they depend on while also growing their business. We are able to parse out that feedback and dial in at a multi-pronged approach so that we can understand what next steps to take. And sometimes the feedback is very specific to the notary state, and in other times it's more of a one size fits all, and it will benefit and impact the whole notary community.
You hit on that multi-prong approach. What are the ways in which we are collecting feedback, and how often are we collecting feedback?
We are very dynamic and methodical in our approach to collecting feedback because, again, we're using their feedback to drive initiatives and decisions that impact their experience on our platform. And so we have definitely sent our fair share of traditional feedback settings, which, is more like a survey, but we do that when we're trying to collect data about the notary population. So, for example, on our platform, we do offer a number of tiers that a notary can progress through. And in launching those tiers, we did send out a survey to understand notaries' experience prior to joining us, how they may have facilitated RON closings or how many closings in the past. And the reason we asked that is to understand how to build our training program that would most benefit them and be successful on our platform. So we have, and again, a number of avenues that we collect feedback. My particular favorite is our product coffee chats. We do offer them weekly as a way for notaries to voluntarily join and engage with leaders across the Notarize team and give their input on initiatives that we're about to launch. They're able to foster ideas and have open discussion with each other as well. So it's also a way of networking with other notaries on our platform. But, as far as a cadence, there isn't a true schedule for it because, again, we're trying to be mindful to better understand what their preferences are and their needs are. So we are very adamant about regularly providing opportunities to collect feedback.
Yeah, that's great, Nicole. And I mentioned at the top that we really view this as a partnership, right? We really think it's important to hear from the notaries to learn about what we can do for the product or the resources that we can build to make it a better experience for them as well. What's been the reception that you've heard from notaries who are joining these calls, just as far as that kind of relationship that we're trying to build with them?
Yeah, genuinely excited to voice their ideas. Our product coffee chats that I mentioned earlier in our focus groups are always met with high engagement and high attendance. These, again, are forums where notaries get to meet with stakeholders across the Notarize leadership team and pitch their ideas. So Again, this will all benefit their experience and help to really grow and drive their business in the notary world. And in these sessions, they also get to connect with each other. These are best practices that they're sharing and learning about features that we offer. And notaries have shared that they generally like being part of the solution and following the progression from beginning to end. And I will say that we do receive a good balance of feedback, both things that they think that we can improve or they wish to see us implement, but also things that they really like that we include that maybe they haven't found on other platforms. So, everyone is super understanding that some requests can be tackled more quickly, whereas others need to be scoped in a larger project plan. But again, being part of the solution is a rewarding factor.
Yeah, that's really great to hear. And obviously, there's just so much happening on the Notarize platform these days. So many things that have come to fruition over the last year, and things that we have planned for the future are really exciting, especially when it comes to notaries. For notaries that are on the platform, or even notaries who are excited about the way that Notarize is building itself, the trajectory that we're on, how are they able to make their voice heard today?
Yeah, for notaries who are already on our platform, there are a number of ways to make their voice heard. For those who enjoy being in a group session and engaging with other notaries and leadership, they can join our product coffee chats that happen weekly. We do send out an agenda in advance so you can kind of formulate your thoughts before joining the meeting. And we offer those sessions both in the morning and the evening to be mindful of people's personal schedules. But you can reference a link to that meeting in our notary newsletter. It's called the Notarize Journal, and that comes out monthly. And you can reference either an existing or past issue. You can also join our office product hours, which is generally meant to ask questions about features and products on the platform. However, we're open to taking feedback in those sessions as well, both good and bad. And for those who may be not on the platform yet, or just prefer to give their feedback personally and directly to the operations team, you can do so by emailing us at operations@notarize.com, and we'd be happy to review and even share any existing initiatives that are tied to the feedback that you've presented to us. And speaking of feedback, I would also like to open it up for other requests on other forums that we can offer for feedback sessions, and you can send those ideas as well to operations@notarize.com.
Yeah, and we truly believe that this is a collaborative partnership. We really want to hear from notaries, both on the platform and the ones who are excited about the platform, about what we can do to make it a great experience for you, because we think it'll benefit everyone who visits our platform in the future. Nicole, thank you so much for taking the time to talk today.
Thanks for having me.